Deiveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno 2. The last time these guys fought, amazing fight of the night, absolutely amazing fight. I really do think this is the main event for UFC 263. I'm not really too excited to watch Israel Adesanya and Marvin Vettori. I am super excited to watch Brandon Moreno and Deiveson Figueiredo. I 100% expect this fight to be a fight of the night for sure. I think Deiveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno put on a show the last time around. They're going to put on a show this time around as well. Brandon Moreno, 18 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws. A little bit lengthier and a little bit taller than Deiveson Figueiredo, with a 2-inch advantage in the height and reach department. Out of his 18 wins right there, 10 submission wins, 3 knockout wins, and 5 decision wins right there. Out of his losses, 1 submission loss and 5 decision losses right there. Deiveson Figueiredo, only 1 loss to Jussier Formiga way back in 2019. Ever since then, has been doing absolutely amazing with knockout wins on Joseph Benavidez almost twice. I mean, he knocked Joseph down 5 or 6 times. It was absolutely insane. But the man has power. The man has jiu-jitsu. The man has wrestling as well. 8 submission wins, 9 knockout wins, and 3 decision wins. In the striking game, I do think that Brandon Moreno has a lot of flaws when he moves forward, because he does have the reach advantage. I think Deiveson Figueiredo will play a counter-punching game, and when Brandon Moreno moves forward and goes for his little combinations, I think Deiveson Figueiredo is going to catch him a lot with his straight right hand, and get a lot of calf kicks. I think the calf kick is going to play a humongous role right here. He's going to be a lot taller, a lot lengthier than Deiveson Figueiredo, so those calf kicks in the first, second, and third round are going to pay dividends in the later rounds. I do think this fight will go the full 5 rounds, and those leg kicks are going to play a humongous factor. The striking game is honestly pretty even. I'll give the slight edge in power and in speed to Deiveson Figueiredo. But Brandon Moreno will have the height and reach advantage right there. So if he can keep the fight at range, he could win the fight that way. But let's talk about the wrestling and grappling, because we do know, we watched the last fight, Brandon Moreno had 4 takedowns and Deiveson had 2 takedowns in the fight. Mainly Brandon Moreno got those takedowns because Deiveson was gassed out. I mean, he went all out in the first, second, and third round, and he was gassed. So we got taken down fairly easily in the 4th and 5th round. But in this fight, I think Deiveson Figueiredo will be the one actually initiating a lot of those takedowns right here. I think both fighters will get a couple of takedowns here, but will that play the biggest factor? I think it could, because if Deiveson goes out there and gets the fight down, I think he can actually control it there. If Brandon Moreno gets on top of Deiveson Figueiredo, I don't think he can necessarily control Deiveson Figueiredo down there. If Deiveson is on top, I think he could control Brandon Moreno in the grappling and wrestling game. It's a really even fight right here. Between Deiveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno, I think the fight will go all the way. I think 1, possibly 2 rounds will go to Brandon Moreno, just because the man throws a lot and the man has a lot of heart, and he just keeps on going and going and going. Lots of cardio as well, so maybe he wins the 3rd round, maybe he wins the 5th round, one of those type of things. But I think Deiveson Figueiredo will play the counter-punching game, attack that lead leg, straight right, 1-2 right hooks, get the fight to the clinch, couple of takedowns here and there. I think it's going to be a close fight, but I am going to go with the favorite right here in Deiveson I don't even know what that says. Deuce de Guerra, if I'm saying that correctly right there. But I'm going to go with Deiveson Figueiredo to win the fight by 48-47 unanimous decision winner right there. I think Brandon Moreno will win 2 rounds, and those rounds would be the 4th and 5th round when Deiveson is all really tired for throwing a lot of volume in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round. So Brandon Moreno wins the 4th and 5th round. Deiveson wins the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round. I think the fight will go all the way. So my prediction, Deiveson Figueiredo winning that fight by unanimous decision winner right there. Should be an absolute banger in the UFC flyweight division. Cannot wait for that fight in the women's, I just said the women's, in the UFC flyweight division right there. Deiveson is an absolute beast. Brandon Moreno is an absolute beast. Cannot wait for the fight of the night for sure. Possibly a fight of the year. We really have no idea. I cannot wait for that co-main, but I am going Deiveson Figueiredo to win that fight by decision right there. Cannot wait for that fight, man.